If you're using Claude Code and haven't connected it to Google Workspace yet, you're missing about half of what it can actually do for your business. I just set up the whole shebang for my agency the other day. Claude Code now has full access to my company's Google Drive, Gmail, Calendar, Docs, and Sheets. I can tell it to do anything that I would normally do in a simple web browser, and it just does it. By the end of this video, you'll have Claude connected to your entire Google ecosystem. And you'll be able to check your schedule, send emails, browse your drive, read docs, and upload files without ever having to open up Chrome. So listen up, fam, here's the plan. We'll cover why this matters for business owners, the one-time setup, and then I'm gonna demo the 5 features of Google Workspace live from my terminal. I'm not just gonna show you the polished version, I'm gonna show you the setup from scratch, including the part where I had to troubleshoot an encryption issue that almost stopped the entire setup process for me. Because most of this isn't sunshine and rainbows and click and go. But rest assured, I'm gonna explain it in a super non-technical way so anybody can set this up from beginner to expert. If you run a business on Google Workspace, you probably have about 15 browser tabs open at any single moment. Gmail, Drive, Calendar, and probably a couple of Google Docs. Every time you go to check your calendar to schedule an event, you're leaving the work that you were currently just working on. What if Claude Code could handle all of that for you? So imagine you're using Claude Code in the terminal and you say, check my calendar, and it does it. Send an email to Chris. It sends it. This isn't theoretical. I set it up today and it works. The tool is called Google Workspace CLI. It's open source, it's free, and it gives Claude access to your entire Google ecosystem. Let me show you how to set it up. 20 minutes, one time, and you'll never have to touch it again. The first thing that I typically do is grab the link of the repo and I feed it to Claude. I'll ask it to install the CLI and tell me exactly what I need to do. The first thing that we're gonna do to set this up, and don't be intimidated, simple, ask Claude what to do and he shall answer. Take this command, come over here into a new terminal, click paste and go. If you run into any issues, just take what you find and feed it back to the main terminal. While it's downloading that, take a look over here. There are some commands. I typically like to just feed the repo and the Claude because it's just the easiest way. It tells me exactly what to do. It troubleshoots with me because there are some separate commands here. So if you're not super technically inclined, just follow what I'm doing. And notice here it's installing Google Cloud SDK now. All right, so now that that's installed, we can come back and we can paste it back in and it should work. Okay, so it's authenticating, log in. Okay, so I'm gonna click enter now. Okay, and it's opening up a browser. I'm gonna log in with this email. Okay, I'm gonna let it do its thing. Click allow. So now I'm gonna create a new GCP project, Google Cloud project. Click enter, and you can create a new project, which you can come to console.cloud.google, log in, and if you click this little button here, you'll see you can create a new project. But it seems like there's a default one here. So if you don't have a default one, all you're going to do is click that, come over to new project, and we're going to name it Claude Google Space. Okay, we'll click create, and now that it's here, we'll boot open into this one. And when you created this new project, it's already going to be inside of your workspace. So you can exit out, click escape, click GWS setup again, paste that back in. Your email will already be set up, click that. And you'll see Claude Google Space is already connected for me. So let me zoom in like this a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to enable all of these actually. So we're going to follow its process. So consent screen. So we'll click this that it has here. We'll paste it here. Before I proceed, I'm actually going to take a screenshot and let Claude know where we're at in this process. So I'll take the screenshot. So sometimes I like to ask Claude if it could just boot open Chrome and just take care of the difference for me. It's worth a shot. So we'll just see where things are at right now. Okay, that doesn't want to work, so just come over here, take a screenshot, paste in the Claude, and tell it it's not loading. I had to select a project. Okay, so now we'll get started. All right, and we'll just call it Claude Space. Whatever, doesn't need to be spelled right. User support, I'll choose this. Okay, so we'll do external. I'll just put my email. Okay, I'll click next, finish and agree. Okay, then I'll click create. Okay, then we're gonna click create OAuth client. Then I don't really remember which one it was, so I'm gonna ask Claude which option. Okay, so we're gonna use desktop app. We'll click create. Then I'll just type in the OAuth client ID here. I'll click enter. And on top of that, if you don't already have an env file set up, this is where in your local setup with Claude Code, where all of your API links or your codes, everything, passwords, it's all going to be set up here for you so that it can reference those things ahead of time. It's probably going to put it in here for me. So in order to access the secret, click this button here. Okay, then you'll see the little copy secret there. Come back over here, paste it in here. Okay, so then when I clicked enter, it says run GWS auth login now. So I'm going to type in yes. Setup complete. Okay, so I clicked yes for all of those. Come back over here, open a new browser, paste that in, log into your account again. So see, there's a little bit of clankiness now. So I'm going to come back over to the main work session here and say what's going on. And for extra context, you could just take whatever's going on here and paste it here. So let's just see. I'm not going to send it yet. Go back to Google Auth platform, click audience, Google Auth platform, audience, test users, add users. Okay, then you just add yourself, charlesdove97@gmail.com. There we go, it's already in there. Click save. Okay, I didn't type in .com. That was my problem. Okay, then I'll just come back over here after I saved the test user. I'm gonna just paste that here. I'm gonna log back in. Okay, so it's fine. I'll click continue. I'll click continue. I'll select all. Click continue. Okay, so it's success. And then all I'm going to do to confirm is come over here, take all this, and say, are we Gucci? Maybe Claude doesn't know what Gucci means. We'll find out. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Now, what does this mean? What's going on here? So we got to enable all the APIs now. So now that everything is set up, I'm just going to check to see, can you send an email to Charles? Let's just see if it can send an email at this point. Okay, so the email, it worked. All right, now that the setup is done, let me show you what this bad boy can do. Let's start with the calendar. I'm going to ask Claude what kind of events I have going on for the week. And this is a calendar I don't really use, but it did pull the events that I had on the calendar. So I can see my whole week without ever having to open up my calendar, just chatting with Claude. I could go a step further and ask it to set up a calendar event and invite my other email for chilling and Clauding at 5 p.m. EST tomorrow. And there we go, instantly. Chilling and Clauding available, awaiting guest acceptance. As you can see, we got the email to work as well, but I'm going to show you again for something more serious. So I told Claude to send Chris an email. Just a little bit about context and how to format it, because this isn't the typical machine I'm using. Okay, so it did send the email to Chris. This is Claude, Charles's assistant. You're genuinely appreciate it. Cool. So it formatted it real nice. And there probably is some more customization we could do with it. I could ask it to take a look at my Google Drive, and this is a real old drive, so I really don't know what's going to come up. But anything that's important, if I had my other drive open with my company docs, my login sheets, whatever, like I could ask it to reference any document or sheet and get that data for me. So let's just see what it comes out to say, because there was a lot of trash in here. So in this case, it knew that there was a lot of clutter, so it only showed me the 25 most recent files. But what was really interesting is that it did mention most of my drive is shared files. So meaning my CNC strategic drive is already shared with this. So it's smart. You can ask it to look into the shared files, and you can get clear on what you really want it to look for when you're prompting it, instead of just saying, hey, look at my drive. So the use cases are really open-ended there. So as we see, calendar, email, drive, all available from the terminal. But it gets even better. Watch what happens when I ask it to read a Google Doc. If you're finding this video helpful, definitely like it and consider subscribing, as I do about 1 to 2 videos like this every single week on Claude Code workflows. And if you want to go a bit deeper with me and my team on all things Claude Code automation, join my free school. It's the first link in the description below. Anyways, let's get back to business. So now I wanted to look at some Google Docs. And for example, I have this one right here. It is the Clarity Effects SMS campaign. It's basically a compliance document, and I wanted to pull it. So it's going to pull a copy, and I can get the information from the documents without ever having to even open up the docs. And the only reason that I have Docs open, Gmail, Drive, is to show you how it's working behind the scenes and how it's really referencing. But notice it pulled open the document, grabbed all the content, and basically told me what kind of compliance sheet it was, what it explains, key resources, like everything, without even having to open up the doc. Like, this is huge, guys. Now the reverse, which is uploading directly from the terminal. I have a handoff document here, so I'm just going to feed it to Claude and I'm going to ask it to upload it into my drive. Okay, so it actually turned the Claude example into an entire Google Doc for us, and I can ask it to format it, fix it, whatever I want. I could have it push PDFs, CSVs, images, whatever. I tell it to upload it to the drive or in a specific folder, and that's it. So now all my reports get uploaded automatically. No more dragging files in the browser tabs for Charles. So those are the 5 functions and features of Google Workspace, all operated directly from the terminal. But here's the part that changes everything for business owners. This isn't just about saving a few tab switches. This is about giving Claude Code the ability to operate inside of your business infrastructure. Imagine just being able to tell Claude Code, check if I have any meetings open tomorrow, draft an email to the prospect that I have the meeting with tomorrow, and upload the proposal document and add contacts from the proposal document inside of the email. And then ask it to add our meeting notes to the shared doc after our call. That's one conversation with Claude. No tabs, no manual steps. Every Google Workspace action is something that Claude Code can chain together for you. Calendar, email, Drive, Docs. It's an AI assistant that does everything for you. And it actually runs inside of your business. The tool is open source, it's free, and it has over 46 API connections inside of it. Not just the 5 that I showed you. Sheets, slides, tasks, Meet, chat, everything. If you're running an agency or a business on Google Workspace, this is the single highest leverage Claude Code setup you can do this week. Let me leave you with this. If you want to see how I actually use Claude Code to run all of my businesses, not just code, but emails, calendars, drives, client management, all of it, join my school community. Like I said, join my school community. It's that first link in the description below. I share the exact setups, the workflows, and the troubleshooting I don't put on YouTube. If this opened up your eyes to what Claude Code can do beyond just coding, definitely consider subscribing. The automation videos that I post actually make you money, not just demos. And on that note, I will see you guys on the next one.